to be a journalist at first, but then I said,
Al Jazeera guy.
You would have been a very good journalist.
Maybe, but then I said, and I didn't really mean it, but I just said, maybe I'll try law. I didn't mean it. I didn't even mean the law.
Following the podcast with Halima and Safiyya. They are the president and the vice president of the Student Government Association Union. We're talking about patriarchy, gender, and clubs, and basically what life here in the school is like. At the point the podcast got really heated, but in the end it was really interesting. It starts now. Hi guys, welcome to my channel.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Introduce yourself.
So my name is Halima Mohammed and I am the president. Are we?
Okay. Introduce yourself.
So my name is Halima Mohammed and I'm the SGA president.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Safiyya and the vice president of the SGA.
How have your experience here been so far? This is her 5th year, like 5 years in this school. What?
4. She's doing 4 years, right?
So 1 year to go.
Next semester.
This is her final year.
Your class I thought your class. Are you not a law student?
No,
I'm the
because I'm always wearing black.
Oh shit! I thought this baby was a law student.
No.
Okay. You're what? NES?
ICP.
Politics. Oh, you're the law student.
Yes, I'm the law student.
Okay.
It makes sense, yeah?
How's it been so far?
It's been a lot, but it's been rewarding. Let's just
Rewarding in what sense?
because you get to feel like you have a greater purpose in life. You're not just doing it for yourself. You're not just living for yourself. Like you're actually making an impact.
Wait, currently, do you feel like you have a greater purpose in life?
Yes, now.
What's the purpose?
What do you mean what's purpose?
Like, you have a greater purpose in life. What's it?
Right now, it's helping students.
Oh, you're in those people that help students like they're not.
No, but it's SGA now. That's the work of the SGA now to help make student life better. So right now,
he's an SGA virgin.
Her main job, her main priority is attending to student complaints and then looking out for things before they even arise. Just ensuring that things are in order.
What's the worst or most funny complaint you've gotten so far? No names. You can just use the student. You can just use the student name.
The funniest complaint I've gotten.
Someone told me recently something that made me laugh, but I can't remember. Oh
I've had complaints about I don't have tissue in my room.
Well, but during orientation, they tell students, feel free to go to the RD's room and ask for tissue at any time.
Yes.
But not by 2 a.m. or 3 a.m.
What's the funniest complaint I've heard?
They're all, they've got two different things. So, I'm sure I've got some funny comments. People have complained to me just to tease me.
Yeah.
People have done that just to tease me, to just bring up ridiculous things like,
I think someone said that their toothbrush was something.
You see?
Yeah, like just funny things. Well, just to get on my nerves.
I thought all these things are for hostel RDs and the rest. Why are they bringing it to you guys?
I mean, we cover everything. We're for the students, so we cover everything still. I mean, there's everybody for everything. And then we're the student government, so we get everything, we handle everything and more. So if it's dorm, if it's class, if it's sports, if it's recreation, if it's anything basically.
So what are the advantages of being president? Like, I don't know.
Advantages? I guess you get to be the first point of, if people are looking for a representative for students in this school, I think they will come to us.
Oh, well, why both of you ladies? Why wasn't it still balanced? The guy and the girl?
It's always either all men or a man as president, a woman vice, and then the others men. And like
so this for a dream now is women that are ruling.
Yeah, and then the men didn't come out to contest. Only one man came out to contest, and then at the end of the day he was beat. He was beat. So
hands down or just little bit?
Oh, hands down. That's like. No, but I mean the men. I don't know. This last year, I think it was the only one that contested, right?
Someone wanted to contest, but they didn't make it past the screening process.
Really? They actually didn't make it. What post? Okay, never mind. I don't know. I guess it's just.
It's happening everywhere actually. If you look at all the other clubs on campus, they're all headed by women now.
You see all clubs on campus currently headed by women. Yeah, the radio club headed by Sadatu.
Yeah.
See, CAB, SGA.
What did you say, CAB?
CAB.
What's that?
Campus Activities Board.
What do you guys do?
They're the ones that organize all the you see
The events. Okay, yeah.
the events and parties and so a girl is the president. Honor society, the girl is the president.
Who's the girl?
Yeah.
Soma.
LSS is also a female.
Law student.
Politics society.
Yeah, also a female. So they're just girls everywhere.
Poetry club.
Is a female.
Art club.
Art club is
You get that poetry club here?
Theater club is a female, yeah. So that
I'm trying to think of one club that actually is headed.
No, there is badminton. Sani.
It's so good. He beat me.
But there's ELS.
Okay, tertiary. Yeah,
there's ELS, so that's good.
What has been your best experience so far in this school?
My best experience. SG.
Oh.
Not to be bad. To be honest, I think SG is my best experience. Last year, I was in SG and I had fun. I'm telling you, that was fantastic.
What do you mean by fun?
I had fun. I mean, I worked, but then I was active. I got to move around. I got to help people on campus. I got to contribute to the good things that happen to students on campus. I got to contribute to having new ideas, or I'll be able to answer people's questions. I'll be able to assist students. I loved it. I got to move around a lot. I like to be active, so it gave me the opportunity to just always have something doing. And then the people, the people in the SGA were also really nice. Yeah, the execs were good, the directors as well. So it was fun.
What's been your best experience so far?
If I don't say SG now, look so.
No, you don't need to.
Don't say
Your personalized.
I think generally is my best experiences have happened. I can't just pick one because I've had some amazing experiences with my instructors in class. That just some in between moments where you forget you're actually a student and then that person is your instructor. You just that bond. That's I don't know if you have that.
I do. I direct a lot with this guy and
So we're very close to the faculty in ICP. So I've had some really nice experiences in class. SG as well, but other clubs too.
Okay, so what has been your worst experience in the school?
Worst experience? My orientation.
How?
My orientation in 2019, because it was just terrible. They would come wake us up by like 6 and then we didn't go to bed until like 3 and then you just bang.
Sorry, what do you mean by 3 a.m.?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
We're kids now.
The bank you're done, you open.
We have to open now because they don't go away. They're very persistent. So the orientation was the worst for me.
Worst experience on campus. There was one semester, my second semester, I was losing it. I don't know what's happening that semester, but I was losing it. My GPA dropped.
You do it.
I wasn't in control of anything. So I was losing my mind. I didn't know how. I like to plan and know what to expect and know what I'm supposed to do at certain points. So that semester I wasn't in control at all. I was failing from the onset. The grades I was supposed to get, I was not getting. And then socially, I wasn't doing well. I wasn't getting into like the extracurricular activities I wanted to. So it was just a very awkward. I wasn't really a freshman anyway because it was my second semester. But then I wasn't really settled in. I wasn't really. I hadn't been accepted.
1 year later.
In between. It was one semester after. It was my second semester. I'm talking about my second semester.
Oh, your first and second semester.
Yeah, my first year, second semester, exactly. So I was not a freshman anymore, but then I wasn't settled in. And then what made it worse was the people in my class, I didn't do orientation with them. I transferred. So it's like I skipped a class. People I did orientation with.
Wait, you got in at what?
So I came in level 2,
okay.
Not level 1. So the people that I came in with were in level 1, while I was taking classes with people that were in level 2. So already the cliques had been formed, the friendship had been made. So there was no awkward phase. There was no awkward. Everyone is just looking at you and wondering still, what this girl is and what does she have to offer and things like that. So
oh my god,
yeah,
I can imagine I think you're going to steal other people's friends.
No, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't good, but yeah.
So far, has there been any moment that you sat down and you're like, I'm doing good things. You know that It's what they call it. When you just sit down, like, I'm doing good things in my life. I'm feeling meaning. Like, I'm feeling sort of meaning with the things I'm doing here. Like, have you felt that before?
Definitely.
And the times that you don't feel that, the time you feel so anxious, the time you feel so, like, what's all this about? How do you counter that?
One thing I always reassure myself with is no matter what happens, no matter how I feel when time goes away. If, for example, I'm upset right now, I know that in the next 6 hours it will be something of the past. If I'm scolded right now and I'm sad, if I'm very, very nervous about something or something I'm supposed to do, I know that by tomorrow or by an hour after that event, it will be over and it will be history. So no matter what it is, it's not going to last. So when I feel anxious about things I've done and all that, I try to look at the things I've already done, and then the fact that I could have sat down and done absolutely nothing, and there are students that have that have had opportunities and have not taken them. So in essence, what I do is I try to look back at the things I've already done, and I tell myself that I cannot do everything that I intended to do by the time I graduate. I can't do everything at once. I can't be president of this, president of that, president of that at the same time. I can't do too many things at the same time, because at the end of the day, academics is still the priority on campus and things like that. So I just tell myself, well, you're doing well, you've done well, and you can't do everything. So yeah, just move on.
That's a nice one. No, that's a really nice one. That's really. Have you guys been heartbroken in this school before?
Heartbroken?
Yes.
By my grades, yes.
No, by human
By my
beings.
grades, yeah.
By human beings, yeah, sometimes. Your friends can break your heart too, yeah?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I have to, definitely.
How did you get past that?
We move.
No, leave we move. Let's talk about the process, the journey.
No, for me, it's more difficult for me because I get very emotional about a lot of things. So easily, if I care about someone a lot, the slightest thing can put me off, like that affects my mood. So if the person is really happy, I'm like, oh great, okay, let's keep going. If the person is really sad, I'm wondering what happened. Did I upset them? Did somebody upset them? Why are they feeling that way?
That's self-consciousness. You're so aware.
No, but exactly, I'm very aware, and even if it's not their negative emotion isn't really necessarily caused by me, the fact that they're not feeling well just so heartbreak. It's no. Okay. Ideally, to be honest, before AUN, I don't think I'd ever been heartbroken by anybody before. Okay, maybe once, but but I came and then I made some really good friends, and ups and downs. So to be honest, I always try to like not make it affect me so much. I try to make myself not care so much about it. But then,
that's not in your power. You're just trying to hard guy. But inside.
But then when the inside is crippling you and then you can't function for an extended, and it's not something that should make you feel like, for example, the littlest things are just like ruining your entire day, and I can't do it. That's not healthy. It's very, very wrong. So what I do is, if I try to not think about it, or if I try to not care about it and it doesn't work, I make myself angry. And I'm like, why even bother so much over something that the person is probably not even half as bothered as you are about. So I just make myself angry and I just go. My strongest emotion, my most effective emotion is anger. I'm like, my most effective emotion is anger.
Ew, what's broken your heart in this school?
What's broken my heart? Sometimes it's just feeling like maybe you're not doing enough, you're not good enough, you're not living up to your potential. Do you understand? That has been my biggest.
We have potential.
Yeah. The overthinking, like, you could have done this better. Looking back, this is not how you should have handled that. Like, do you understand?
Yeah.
When I break my own heart more than people break my heart. Do you understand?
It sounds more like when you're in the test argument. I am done with the argument.
Yeah.
And you go. What did I say this?
That happens to me a lot, unfortunately.
Have you ever felt like when you just come to a new place, a university or whatever, and then the friends that you made, you see other people take it there. Have you ever felt like personally your friends? You?
Why are you stealing my friends? I haven't made enough friends that will steal them from me. So
I have made someone feel like I'm stealing their friends. Let's just.
So you can relate to this situation very well.
Oh.
How do you think the person felt?
They kept telling me you're stealing my friends. Stop, but we're close enough like that, you know. So it won't be like a serious conversation. But I felt it deep down that she was actually being serious.
During the election, what did you feel like competing with you guys for the post? What did you feel like?
Actually, competing with guys like males.
People. Males
just
to win,
generally.
to win.
Or competing with other people, you mean?
No, like do you?
Or competing with a man.
Yeah. What did you feel like?
She didn't compete with a man.
You're the one that competed against. Okay, what did you feel like?
So are you discrediting the other women that she ran against?
No, I'm not. But you know that the male ego is different. So how did you?
How did you feel like? In the process of contesting, how did you feel like?
Well, yes, in the process, how did you feel
Let me
like?
just say the entire spring semester, from January to May, it was just anxiety. That's just, the pressure was unreal. And you wouldn't even, how can I say, it's like a dark cloud over you. You know that there's this big thing that's waiting for you in April, but nobody's going to understand what you're going through. Do you understand?
Yeah, but why did you choose to go contest? Like, what happened?
Why did I choose to contest? Because I wanted to feel useful in this school.
So
that's just the main thing. People always ask me like, why did you go for it? Is there any other reason apart from like you want to?
Why do you think people voted for you?
Why? Well, I guess I would. Well, one, I think I had a good campaign, and two, I think I resonated with the students.
What extra stuff did you do in your campaign that made it good?
She had the latest posters.
Oh really? Thank you.
She had memes.
I had memes.
You didn't really spend so much money.
The cap is 100k, so I tried to stay within that. Yeah.
What cap? The one you set for yourself, your own personal budget, or the school?
The school, the SGA, is it the constitution?
Is it the constitution or just the
No, just the rules.
It's constitution.
But how do you know if I spend more than that?
They can ask for another.
They ask you to keep receipts for everything, so they can ask for it like at any point. Yeah.
So and the second, you see, you're also engaged with students. Like you actually met students randomly.
Yeah, you have to engage with students.
Before your election. What's the election phase first of all? How many months? How many weeks?
It's just 1 week between campaigning and the elections.
Yeah.
You're only allowed 1 week. You start campaigning on Monday and elections hold on Friday.
So within that week, you need all the students in this school. Sorry.
You build it just like real life elections in Nigeria. For example, campaigns haven't officially begun, but then you're having interviews. You know the candidates. You're having interviews with them and all of that. Even though with us, I mean, there are no flyers and all of that before the official campaign began. But then, word travels. You know, word travels before the election, before the campaign period. Everyone knows who is contesting for what.
Yeah. You have to keep your ears everywhere.
Yeah, but are you good at names? Like, do you actually meet someone? Hello, Akachiku. Like, you meet like 100 people a day or 50 people a day, and tomorrow you remember their name, or next tomorrow, and then you greet them with their name, family, and shit them.
Not unless I'm being very intentional about keeping
those relationships.
Yes, keeping or like knowing those.
No, this are just shallow relationships because you're trying to win.
Yeah.
You're looking for something, you don't have any real interest in the same.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's not very nice. I think I'm okay with names. Like, I don't suck and I'm not too good.
Yeah,
but I think I'm okay. Like, it just takes me repeating it in my head. And
then if I'm walking somewhere, I walk fast. If I'm walking somewhere and you meet me on the road and like, oh hi, actually my name is, I won't remember your name. But if I'm seated, for example, and we're discussing, or maybe we met somewhere where I'm in one place, and I'm much more likely to remember.
Well, the person gives an impression like a very, very huge smile. The person comes and shakes your friend with the breath.
That impression is different from regular interactions. That impression is going to what? That impression that was left on you. That's what's going to make you remember the person's name. There are people that approach you in different. There are some that you find absurd. There are some that you find rude. There are some that you are impressed by. So those impressions, exactly. So those impressions that you are left with sometimes help you in remembering the character, the face, and the name.
Why do you choose study law of all things? Why law?
$1 million question.
To be honest, in the beginning it was just because people people said I shouldn't. So I
Huh?
was like,
What did your dad or your mom?
So I wanted to be a journalist at first, but then I said,
I'm like, who is Al Jazeera
I
guy?
would have been a very good journalist.
maybe, who knows? But then I said, and I didn't really mean it, but I just said, maybe I'll try law. I didn't mean it. I didn't even mean the law. But
When
then
did you start forming this? When did this show?
SS1, SS2. What's that now? What do they call it? Grade, some grade.
11, 10,
Okay.
grade 9.
Alright.
9 should be just 3.
Okay,
So
then grade 10.
who are the people that were like, nah?
So my mom, my dad, they are not like outright against it, but then I'm sure, and you could see that they were trying to be supportive, but they were against it. So I was like, and just the spirit of audition.
She's the older. I thought that was people.
So I said because they didn't like it, it made me want it even more, and that was the beginning. And right now, I do because it's the only thing I know.
You know when they tell children not to do stuff, that's stuff they told them not to do that they really want
it's like
to do.
a red button, don't
So
press,
like,
don't
so
push.
why do you think I can't do it? Why do you think I shouldn't do it?
Oh, wait, what did you envision? Like you know, like if you want to be a lawyer, probably you're thinking about how you're standing in the court defending people or the money you're going to be making, or like what do you really think? What was in your head? Like what was the picture?
I tell the truth, I don't think that far.
What did you watch? What did you see? Like how did that?
But I just told this audition that made me do law. Like it's because people said
But after you're like, okay, let me go for law. Then there would have been something that propelled, like yes. Apart from the people, because like now
Okay,
reality.
what keeps you studying law?
I'm good at it. That's all. I'm good at I write well, I read well, and sometimes I speak well. So
like is this something that speak well? So you're not planning on actually like being in the court. You
don't see
myself working in the office.
No, not that. Not that in court. I don't see the direction I want to take in law. I don't see that deep into the future. Now I know maybe I want to go to court. Maybe I want to work in an office. I'm not. To be honest, I'm not even sure what I want to do for masters. So it's a lot of people have all these things figured out, but then right now I really don't. That's why I think that's probably why I'm just trying my hand at everything. If I have an opportunity, I take it. You know, if it's leadership, if it's community service, if it's something to write.
Oh, you're finding out on the journey.
Yeah, I guess so. But to be honest, I'm just enjoying it. I mean, I still have a long way to go to. I have my family. I have law school. I have to serve. You know, then masters and all that. It's good to start early and know and then build upon it. But then, and it's law in Nigeria. You can't really. People say there are many opportunities, but then you have to really work to create those opportunities for yourself. Right now, no set direction.
Sounds good. Why did you choose politics, international and?
Funny enough, I applied as a law student. Then I changed. I think after the first week or so.
How? Why?
Because I just felt like there's no unique opportunity that law will provide me that is so much better than when I study another course. Do you understand? And 5 years, that extra year I could be doing something else. So I just
like what?
Like not being in school. I just thought, okay, let me just switch to ICP since it's a bit related to law. So I just said.
From all you guys have seen, like like some people like I did a podcast with my grandma about 12 months ago. Do you know that she dreamt about being a lawyer? She's a lawyer. She's a judge also, a justice.
Nice.
She was like, she slept one night. I was dreaming about where she was actually in a case that she was defending Nigeria from a guy that wanted to. Those days now, they were military coups.
Yeah.
So like, she was. I was like, what kind of dream is this? She was actually defending. that's how she got into law.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's nice.
She had a revelation.
Yeah.
So some people already have revelation of their careers and.
Exactly. You know, some people start like that. Some people start knowing where they want to reach, and when some of us just
Direction.
Direction.
You figure out the journey.
Wherever
yeah,
they
whatever, yeah.
Jesus. God, no, that's not a good one.
There's an instructor on campus. He said something that impressed me. He said throughout his life, he hasn't created this straight line career path for himself. He has tried out different things. He had done things from diplomatic relations to aviation security.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you're doing. He said he just tried his hand at different things, and now he knows a lot on many different things. And when he speaks to you, you can see that there's a lot of knowledge and wisdom from very good experience. So I think what I want to do is, as good as it is to carve a niche for yourself and just go with it and be an expert, then I think it's going to be much more fun if I just try out different things. You know, I could do law, but then at the same time I could just do what? Nutrition, food security, something. Like I could just bounce from something to the other, you know. It's going to be more fun, there's more experience, it's more fun experience, it's going to be less boring. You know?
Exactly. Like actually we humans, we don't, you know, like when you don't feel like you're on this constant adventure, when you just stuck on one thing, it doesn't feel good over time. You want to always, you know, move around.
And then you're kept on your toes, you learn many different new things all the time instead of trying to improve on one thing, you know. And then there are other instructors on campus that would say, oh well, I'm teaching this elective, but then this is not really my concentration. This is not what.
Wait, okay.
No, I mean they teach you well and everything, but they say like they can't give us like they have not done in-depth research on a lot of, because it's not their core. And while you can understand that yes, you can't give everything to everything, but then it's nice when you can move from this to this to this. You get this opportunity. Let me try this out. The last opportunity I got was something related to government and democracy. And when it's slightly related to law, it's going to be much more beneficial to Halima, who does International and Comparative Politics.
Come again? When it's...
The opportunity I got is related to democracy and government. And I'm a law student. This is quite alright, it's a very nice opportunity. But then it's going to be something that's more beneficial to Halima, who is an ICP major. But then I took it because, well, I'm going to... Exactly, I'm going to learn a lot more. And then I'm going to
when you see the opportunity, you go like, what you're doing outside?
Yes.
What are those opportunities?
Okay, for example, there is a new organization on campus. It's a Center for Governance, Human Rights and Development. That's what it's called. Governance, Human Rights and Development. And yes, we do some law-related things, but then suddenly I'm being exposed to a lot of new things, climate change and gender. We're talking of how a lot of things that I hadn't considered, I hadn't thought of before. And if I had stuck to law alone, I realized I would have been seriously limited.
Okay, climate change and gender, like what does that mean?
How climate change affects different genders differently. Now, women suffer the consequences of climate change at a disparaging level.
The climate change means
climate change,
warmer environment.
Yeah, global warming and all of that. Now look at Africa, for example, where women, of course, they're at more disadvantage because they're subjected to the patriarchal society, essentially.
The what?
Africa we live in a patriarchal society where the man rules and the woman kind of is at a disadvantage. Anyway, look at family dynamics. The woman is expected to rear the children, do all of that. What I'm saying is the woman has much less independence and power than the man does.
Don't you agree?
You don't?
So I'm trying to look at the other side of, like, if it happened the other way, you think society would be better?
The other way.
We're not asking for society to be the other way. We're just trying to make you understand that there is a problem.
There's a discrepancy. We're not saying women should now take the position of the man now, where the woman will not get everything and the man will get anything.
Earlier, I asked, what was it like competing with a guy? Say, guys, we have testosterone, so like our ego and our drive is way more than that of an average lady.
Yeah.
You will not let a human beat you.
Your testosterone is high.
It drives you.
I agree, but the drive I do not agree with, because drive, what you're passionate about something.
It's not
there are a lot of women that
it's not determined by gender.
They're insanely passionate and very good at a lot of things, but then they can't do these things because they have to consider, oh my god, it's little things. For example, my mom works, but then she has to, and then in the line of her work, there are a lot of international conferences that come up sometimes. But then she is one that has to consider, oh my goodness, I can't go because I have you guys at home. I have to plan, okay.
Doesn't that sound sweet?
No, I mean, it's nice, but then as we grew older, we realized she's missing out on a lot in her life. I mean, she gets some of these
It's a price you have
opportunities.
to pay.
But then my dad is
Doesn't pay any price.
Exactly.
Really?
He's breadwinner and all
They
that.
break their backs and they. You see, like men work in the sewers, like people that
What I'm
actually
saying is there could be a
actually
balance.
arrange defeases. Men work in the
I think women
electric
also
pools.
do low-grade jobs as well.
It's
but
very
you know
rare.
what, there could be
One
a
is-
not
balance.
rare.
Yes, I can understand. Yes.
Wait.
she could be breadwinner and
Would you
everything.
want your daughter to go work in an electric pool, like fix the lights and all that stuff? Such jobs.
In my house.
No. Leave your house. Leave your. Wait.
Or an inverter issue.
Okay,
All this-
okay.
I know what.
Yes, the question. Do you like or want your daughter to go?
I wouldn't want my son to be working in the
An
electric
electric
pool.
pool.
No, that's
But
not
if
the
it comes to
question.
let me tell you, okay, fine. If it comes to it, and my daughter is in that position that the work she has, electrician, whatever, she has to go.
That's how
If
go
she
now.
can-
Is that
if she
not
can do it-
that's how
Are you guys just speaking out? Are you just saying
No,
this
I'm not
stuff?
saying
or-
that because I'm
It's the
telling you
truth now.
the things that.
I wouldn't want my son there.
You're not that fall down and die.
Because
My son
the
can
son
fall
can
and
fall down
die.
and die as well.
Yes, but
There's unnecessary pressure on men. I was thinking about it earlier. I'm like, men have to build this kind of this macho image, and then they have to develop this restraint, this
Emotional-
restraint. Yeah, exactly. They have this barrier around themselves.
It's
because-
not- it's not
simply
really
because
that.
they are men.
it's not. How you know, like
You have to
how you know
endure
how
all
you know
suffering.
civilization, like our existence here, like we're able to. There's electricity, there are computers.
all
Yeah.
that.
I don't know, like men keep this stuff in order. When there's war, we go fight this stuff. When there's anything so dangerous, see, like that's what's keeping
Anything
us.
dangerous is man. You chose to go there. You didn't give the women a choice, did you?
Aha. Well, don't. Well, I'll say.
Look,
Okay. Wait, if you give women a choice, are we going to have the world population won't be much because
Look.
like who will be procreating?
No, wait. I'm
Who will be
looking.
taking care of these children? Because the
That's
children,
right.
the children will be at
It
the
takes
children will be
two
at
to tango. That's right.
the children will be at disadvantage because okay, I was having this same conversation with my cousins some time ago. They were like, that I don't want to be a housewife and this and that and that. I didn't go to school to get my certificate and then I'm like, okay, let's say you go to work and everything you wanted to do, you're doing them as a married woman and children, and then you come back from work very tired, and then your children, you can't even like, there's no time to have.
what about
So
work and
who loses?
You, all of you lose.
The child is losing.
Even the wife and the husband.
Now, look, let me say.
But,
it's not like
but,
you're
but
saying-
The thing is,
all
you
your
don't have
sacrifice
to
for your
choose.
children.
No, the thing is, there's no right way to raise children. That's just it.
Well, probably my head because I seen this stuff because you don't have children yet.
Exactly.
Because that mothering
But there
instinct
is
kicks in.
There's no
but
right
then,
way to raise
yes,
children.
with the bond, the instinct for the mother is different, the bond is different, everything. But we're not saying that women should start breaking their backs and suffering. The women, even the men shouldn't be doing.
No.
See,
If we don't break our backs, we won't have all the things we're enjoying now. We won't enjoy
But
them.
the pressure.
This brick won't be there. The guys, the bricklayers that build this stuff.
The women bricklayers, the women what?
Wait. Don't you feel somehow?
What?
So,
No, what I'm saying-
soldier,
soldiers,
do you feel comfortable with the woman we got?
I'm walking out of this information.
No. Wait. But do you feel comfortable when you say woman with
I
gun?
think around campus there are women that are
Yes.
guarding your domes.
No, I know those are the secret. Like I mean, like let's say in a real
Yes.
blue out war situation.
These
Yes.
guys are not real. These guys are
These ones
fake.
are they're not defending like
Well, you heard it here first. These guys are not real. Okay.
I didn't say they're not real. Like they're not defending their country or their state from good. Like,
Good, let's say for example in Maiduguri,
Uh-huh.
now they're working. So do you want to tell me that either there are no women there that are doing the work that some of these men are doing as well, or even if there are women there, they shouldn't be there?
the women should be there, but minimally.
Where should they be?
Where should they be? They should be doing all that stuff that has to do with developing and building their environment, their homes, and all those things. Personally, that's how I feel. Because like, okay, wait. If all the women go to the well, probably that advocating equality.
No, I understand
It's
that
not even
everyone
equality
has
anymore.
different roles. I understand. Everyone has different roles. But then the thing is, as much as a man has a choice, a woman has a choice as well. So now the reaction of the society if a man says, I don't want kids, is entirely different from a woman's reaction to I don't want kids. Now, keep in mind, a woman should be more entitled to say I don't want kids because the pressure is more on her, the work is more on her, the dedication that people require from her is a lot more. So, but I mean, situations where, for example, you mentioned the woman holding a gun thing. Now, a man has a choice. Men run from battle and things like that. A man has a choice to be there or not to be there. A woman also should have that choice to be there. If she decides to be a soldier and fight for her country as well, we're not losing.
Exactly.
If women, women are great.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're not losing because these children they are talking about, the women cannot have them on their own.
Exactly.
If the men are not there, how are they going to get the children?
No. I get where you're coming from, but then look at now. You said not to have kids. It is a very, very normal thing to hear a 20-year-old, 21-year-old, 22-year-old, 23, 24-year-old saying. But by the time you get into approaching your late 20s, early 30s,
you start to.
You start having BP. You start having BP. Like you're like, okay.
No,
I've achieved all this stuff. All the money I wanted, I got it. The career I wanted. I don't have a family. I'm lonely. Like, you're asking yourself, did I really make the right decisions?
Don't you think that is a question men also ask themselves?
Men ask themselves those questions economically, not biologically. Because if you have the resources and
why
the rest,
not economically have kids?
That's the price you're going to pay.
Okay, so they're thinking of having children as per the detriment to their finances. That's what they're thinking of.
As a man?
The effect to their finances.
No, as a man, what guarantees you having children and growing a family is economic. As a woman, it's more. Yeah.
For a woman,
it's more biological.
So now
and there's a time. There's a time frame.
You're saying a man, for example, for a man when he now grows older, his thought is it going to be economical for me to have kids right now? He never has that.
He doesn't have the biological.
We don't deal with menopause. We don't deal with menopause. When you as a woman, when you get to 45, 50, the window is closing.
Yeah, exactly. So
as a guy, you can see better to the world and pick a lot of ladies.
Don't you think there are people that will reach 45, 50 and still not want children?
It's rare. They are there, but it's rare. But all I'm just saying that as we are saying, women get into the workforce and all that stuff, society will pay a big price, and then women are also sacrificing, like, they're sacrificing something deeper than
we're not making them do it. You understand? What I'm saying is, the window is open. If you want to, for example, this military that I was talking about, ND is open to women now, but then still, the men are a lot more than the women. It's still a choice. For example, I won't go into the military because I don't want to. Of course, I don't want to die.
Okay. I get what you're saying, but I was going to a lecture series sometime. Okay. Personality traits.
Okay. Yeah.
Ocean. Openness, conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Women generally are more agreeable than men. Okay, and men are way more disagreeable.
Okay.
There's a career path where agreeable people fit in more, like nursing.
But are you aware that female brains exist in male bodies and male brains exist?
No, that's a fact, yes. But women generally are more agreeable than men, and an agreeable person cannot go do a job meant for a narcissist. It's an agreeable person. There are jobs that narcissists perform well or better at.
Like plumbing.
Like bricklayer, carpentry.
Yeah.
You're getting it. Cool, man.
So if I'm not angry and nasty, I won't be fit for these jobs. So.
Yeah, you need a special kind of drive and a special kind of host. I don't know. You need a kind of hostility towards. You need less feelings. Let me put it that way.
You need less feelings to.
Yeah, you should be able to even if I fall and die. Even if I fall and die.
It's not about feelings. This is what is killing us.
No. When I say you need less feelings, like men can actually decide to like go for the risky jobs with no medical insurance or anything, and they're good.
Because men don't care about their lives.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way.
That's why you see on social media why women
this is why women live longer. You know what?
Because men are what you're talking about here is not having feelings. It's pure recklessness.
Exactly.
Because
good. So men are more reckless than women. Okay, and men are more solid than women. But biologically we are more solid. We have muscles. Like, and there's a higher chance of me killing a woman by punching her than a woman killing me by punching me.
Okay, fine.
So my body is made for the bricks.
Okay, fine.
Do you get?
Okay.
Then that's not based on what do you call it? Personality traits anymore. That's on more physical.
That's biology. That's your physical makeup.
Your physical makeup also has to do with your biological trait, like the agreeableness I mentioned.
The strongest women can also be the most emotional, and the strongest men can be the most emotional men.
Yeah.
Yes, they could be.
And then the most what do you call that? Temperamental men can be the weakest ones.
Do you know? The main point is we are not saying women have to be in these places. We are not saying. We're just saying
Give them the choice.
Give them the opportunity. Give men the opportunity to what? To be stay-at-home husbands if they want to.
That's the destruction to society.
Look, if a man, for example, if it's a couple now and they decide, well, the wife loves to work, there's this job that she likes, she loves it, blah, 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 and for this period of time, maybe she's doing very, very well, and she's taking this opportunity, let the guy wait for her or something, alright, he's at home, and then she's doing all of that. I mean, if we see, even if it's for a temporary period of time during their marriage, a woman is working and the man is not, everyone is here, why is he waiting for he's sitting down and he has stopped his career, or he's not working, he's a wimp, he's a blah blah blah, he's not a man. He's not a man. But then a woman that gives up a part of her life to
raising kids,
to either raise kids or to support her husband,
is a woman.
Definitely. In fact, it's not even something that we expect because that's what's expected.
But wait, the thing is this: all this thing we're saying, we're starting the experimental stage of this thing. Like, this generation of women are basically the lab rats that are using to test all these theories and go do what you want to do. We don't really know the repercussion, because there hasn't been enough time for women being in the workforce to measure all those things. But if you,
I think there has.
It's not so much because even if you look at it now, most of the women that are being in the workforce, like, they're still going to these agreeable jobs I mentioned.
Agreeable jobs.
They're still going to these jobs, people with their agreeableness personality trait. My sister is nursing, tailoring, secretaries.
There are lots of nurses now.
Yeah, they are, but they're not on par with it at all.
Do you know what I'm getting from you? You also see women with.
Yes, and I'm so sick of it.
Well. As I said, like, this current generation of women are being used as the let's see how it goes. Let's track these people to the next 100. Let's see how it goes.
Choice. If a woman wants to be
sure, but at what? But I asked you earlier, if you would like your daughter to go.
I said I wouldn't even like my son to be there. It's not about that she's female or he's male. It's just a dangerous job all round. Even if you're male or female, your chance of dying are still high. So
okay, choice. Oh well, I have the choice, but then the 40-50 years, I'll help you. Like, okay, I made the right decision. That's the important thing, because if after all your choice and yes, women, and then you're like, man, let me show you a code I saved in my phone.
Yes.
Wait. I'm coming. Let me just show you.
It's part of life.
It's part of man.
What do you mean?
Okay. It's true, sure.
Their lives they think they've lived to the fullest, and then they sit down and they think, what have I done? So I mean, it happens to everybody. I don't.
Okay.
Let people do what they wish.
Let me show you this quote. I have to save it because it touched me deep in my soul. Let me show you guys. Okay. Archive. Be fast.
Toxic masculinity.
That's another topic for that day.
I feel like men are even bad to themselves, but they don't see it.
They don't see. That's the toxic masculinity. You guys are terrible to yourselves.
But then if you this is a quote. Okay.
Can you read it out?
And when nobody wakes you up in the morning, and when nobody waits for you at night,
I saw that.
and when you can do whatever you want,
Is that freedom?
What do you call it? Freedom or loneliness?
Yeah.
Let me.
I want to leave alone.
Okay, wait. As a woman, you answer it to be answered as loneliness, but as a man, it's not.
No. As a man, okay. A guy experiment commented too. I remember when my wife and daughter went on vacation for a week. Every day when I came back from work, it felt like I was walking into an abandoned house. Everything was there, but it's not empty.
Exactly, because of course you love that. It's family you're talking about. Exactly. Yeah, it's your family. So of course, even me, I feel like
good. I like how you say it's family. So you're encouraging women to have the choice. Yes, have the choice. Good. To go into the work for the expense of family.
Than what?
At the expense of family.
Nobody
you don't have to choose one.
Of family.
You don't have to choose.
It can have it all, but not at the same time.
You can have it all, but in moderation.
Not at the same time.
You can balance. Look,
there are working women who are there for their kids.
And there are fathers that
most of my friends
and there are mothers who are there for their kids
as well. There are working men who are there for their kids. There are working men who are there for their kids. one doesn't have to suffer because of the other. You can create a balance. Now the woman has traveled and the man is alone. Yeah, sorry.
All the time.
Okay, for example, the man has to work somewhere. He doesn't work in the States. He's in, as per breadwinner. He travels, and where he is, family is not there. He's lonely. The wife too, where the wife and the kids, they are at home. The father is not there. They are lonely. It's all night.
Everybody is lonely, so let's all be lonely. No problem.
Well, all I'm saying is, you have your choice, but then in the long term, is that like, have the choice, but then.
It depends.
But then, because the price we pay, the price is fucking expensive.
It depends on what
Life is tough. Just to each his own. Just live your life.
People feel very
at the end
differently
of the
about
day.
these things throughout their lives. Now, this quote you mentioned, someone might feel at the point in their life, someone that maybe really has liked kids, for example, or really has grown up in a very close-knit family and really loves the idea of family and everything. They would grow up to that point and then they would be alone without family, and they're like, and they would crave that. Okay, they want to get married. A man or a woman, they want to get married, they want to settle down, they want to have kids. And there are people that have been through hell, and some that have not.
And that's their drive.
And some that have not, and they don't fancy, because they see it as stress. They don't fancy. There are people that are loners. They love, leave me with my friends and everything. I'll just go out, say hi, they'll come, we'll say hi, and that's it. There are people that don't crave that thing.
Well,
so what I'm saying is, this life, you shouldn't stress. There's no one rule that applies to everybody. Everybody has whatever works for them, and as long as by doing what you're doing, you're not harming other people, then.
Okay, how does global warming affect women?
Okay, now global warming, the climate change affects natural disasters and economic issues that like that. And what we're saying is the discrepancy women suffer more. For example, displacement. Now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I get
the effects of global warming and climate change in general affects women in a harsher way than men.
Because they have to move with their children and everything, and they have to fend for them.
Yeah, so the man can up and go.
It's more like the jungle. Well, I think I was reading this United Nations. They have a yearly breakdown of displaced people all over the world, and nations where people tend to migrate more and all that stuff. Well, many African countries were at the top of that stuff, but then I was able to see like a man, I think was it Iranian, so I can't remember. This man had about 8 kids with this one woman. They're migrating, they get to this border and this country, they don't want them, so you have to like. It was a funny stuff, but well, that was just basically what was going on there. Do you feel anxious? Like this is your final semester. Do you feel anxious for the future? Final year.
Of course I feel anxious for the future. I want to make it in life.
What does that mean? Make it.
I don't want to be not comfortable.
Exactly. You always have dreams and aspirations, and then you just wonder, do I have it in me too?
Yeah, and you don't want to not be successful. Not like you don't have to want to be like the richest person in the world or anything, but then you want to be. You don't want to.
Okay.
You don't want to.
All the suffer you suffered in college,
exactly.
at least.
So I mean, yeah, of course, there's that hope. Even though sometimes you don't have a clear-cut path to how you're going to get there, but then you're not sitting around doing nothing. So I mean, yeah, definitely, I have moments.
Oh, so that one final year was there. There's one girl that described college as a 4-year holiday to figure out what you want to do with your life.
It's not
4-year break.
Okay, well maybe when you graduate and you have everything hitting you, like you don't have school anymore, and your excuse for just passing through. But then when you graduate and you're in life and you have responsibilities, that the expectations, there's a pressure. Maybe then
your parents are the kind of people that like after university. You're your own.
No, my parents, you have to do masters and you have to do your service. Then you can do what you want.
Oh.
For my parents, no.
What's your dad's occupation?
He was a civil servant. He's retired.
Like where was he working?
NNPC.
And your mom?
My mom didn't work.
Your dad, what was his occupation?
He's a civil servant.
NNPC too?
Should I said yes?
I should have. Yeah. No, he's a civil servant, but he's not. No, he's not like an NPC or.
And your mom?
My mom is an accountant.
Oh, that's cool. My friend's one is a banker.
Very demanding job.
Really, really demanding. No, it's
See, and she turned out fine. Look at her.
Well, we can't know now.
You can't know.
Wow.
You can't do.
I tell you, she did an amazing job. And then look at me. I mean, I'm grown now, and I'm still in one piece.
She was working all through you guys when you were little and everything. So more like my friend.
My dad worked more. Like he was away more than he was away a lot of times, and my mom still worked.
Did you guys have house helps throughout your life?
Yeah, we had house not consistently throughout, but then we did have house helps. But then at the same time, we still did chores like my siblings and I and all.
Oh,
so we had that life.
Well, we had house helps throughout our lives. Me too, no.
I mean, now it's not that we need house help more than ever because everybody's grown and he's going to do the house and everything. But then, but when we were kids, there were times when we didn't have house help because we had very bad experiences. So there were some periods where we didn't have
The house helps, like they stole you guys.
They're just very invasive. Yeah, they're a lot. So, there were times when we didn't have house helps, and my mom worked. Look, I don't know how she made it work. I'm telling you, she worked, and then we still went to school. She got us ready for school. She made food. She prepped the house. We still did our chores. We still went to school. We still looked.
Your mom sees you guys as a trophy.
Like her work, the good thing is she never lost sight of her career. She took opportunities. She did things. That's why we are talking of the balance. And my dad worked, and he was away a lot of times. But then my mom worked too. But then because she's expected to be with us more and all of that, and then just simply by nature of their job, my dad can't help it. But then she was still available. She still took us out. So a lot of times she still played with us. We still played games. We never lost touch.
I get where your idea of women and choice coming from now. Okay. You talk about toxic masculinity. What does that mean?
Toxic masculinity.
What does that mean? No, define it.
You symbolize.
I can put you on your phone like this.
No. What does that actually mean? Like, define it.
Toxic masculinity, to me, is those views that keep you in your
masculine bubble.
And you don't like the bubble is consuming you, but you don't realize it.
No, describe it more in a masculine.
Thinking that you have to live up to all these expectations of society. Being a man, that's toxic masculinity.
You have let these norms become built in that you feel you are not worthy if you don't live up to that level. Yes. And it's detrimental to you, but then you don't realize it because if I do anything lower than this, I'm not worthy of being a man.
So what then?
No showing emotions.
I'm not talking about. Wait. But if you actually do this stuff is a very tricky stuff because here in Africa, if you're first of all, women will be the ones to judge you. This guy is not a man. Apart from that, secondly,
men and women judgment. I agree.
But women are more self-conscious, so like they see things that guys don't see. Women are more organized generally than men, so like they're able to pick these things. Generally,
I wonder where you get your stats.
No. I've noticed it from basically what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Women are more. I've gone to my friends' rooms. That guys. If you go to their rooms, then you go to the ladies' rooms. It's always more. A little bit more.
Like I said, the image is
men are dirty. Yeah.
Men are
toxic masculinity.
It's part of the macho thing because I mean, why am I deep cleaning and all of that? And why am I
wait, okay, you talk about toxic masculinity and all this. But I hope you know that women that actually define the nature of men that will propagate.
No, I don't.
The thing is,
because
men did that, and then women grew up in that system, and they had to take it on as well.
No, I mean,
it's not that way.
Let me tell you. No, I don't think it's women that hold men up to these standards.
Who does?
I mean, men. How many situations?
We do this because we want our chances to increase.
No, because you feel like when you don't.
No. You want to set a stopper guy.
Something as simple as, for example, you are receiving so many gifts from a friend of yours, for example. Suddenly you're like, well, you have to outdo her. You have to do more, or maybe you have gone out. You've gone out with your friends, for example, or maybe you've got to put it into better context. It's in a relationship, and then maybe she has asked to take you out, or maybe she has invited to some place, and then basically she has been spending quite some money on you, and then you're, no, I'm the man, I should be the one doing these things. I should be the one giving her all these things. I should be the one buying her. I should be the one paying this. I should be the one. So men constantly want to have, and let me tell you,
women feel so good when their guys are providing. But you cannot tweak biology in the favor of whatever.
Everyone feels happy when you're giving a gift, for example. But then the man will not feel happy he's giving a gift because I have to compensate for this. I can't just accept this and then to pass it. I have to compensate.
Okay. I have to outdo her. I'm the man in
Wait. I mean, you see the Vikings and all those guys. You see how muscular and fit they are. See the kind of, like, they were warriors.
Okay.
Why do you think their children were that way? The women marry the winners, in quotes, the guys that won in wars, the guys that were able to defend them, the guys that
That's
were
all
belts.
that toxic masculinity.
Now, wait.
So who's promoting it now?
Wait, no, let me tell you.
Who's making it flourish?
You're talking about women
This called
going for the better men.
natural selection.
I'm coming. No, you're talking of women going for the better men.
For the best.
The men will never. The women that you think are really, really good, that the ones that men are playing. The men, like, see, you think women are going for the best men. The women look at women like objects. I'm picking this one, I'm picking this one. She's not picking this one. It's like the demands of men. She must have this, she must be this, she must do this. So you want someone that gives bad bitch energy but also gives housewife vibes.
What a balance.
You see? So
What does it that women determine this? Like,
No, they do not.
They
so
do.
is it the women that determine who is best among the
You're
women?
talking about Vikings, yes? Vikings then. Who did you think made the rules? Who made the rules?
the men made the rules, but
Exactly.
the women selected their partners, or who they'll mate with, or who they have children
men
for.
select their what?
Wait. Who actually chooses who to mate with?
Okay.
No. Answer the question.
I think you need to take a crash course on history.
The women were deciding, and the women
were being betrothed to the men by their fathers.
The women specifically went for the guys that were winning.
And
The stronger
men
guys.
specifically went for the prettier girls.
Thank you.
Went for the prettier girls, but then it was still the woman to choose who should want to have her children with.
No.
They will not have her children with a big guy that cannot defend her from
When you
other.
say a man of today now, after doing now you said that women set the rules, and they set the standard for the men.
Exactly.
So assuming, wait, now,
Just like how you said it.
wait,
To the custody.
now, assuming the men, as a man, for example, you have reached the
pinnacle.
yes, where women believe is the best, they have reached it. Now, a regular woman, a basic woman just comes and she says, "Oh, you are the best. It's you I want." Will you
go
after reaching the pinnacle now say
yes?
When there's another girl that has reached the peak for you,
Well, I get what you're saying, but
It's just
the
natural.
thing about guys, and we have to, like, when you get to that. Now look at people like The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and all these guys that you have to be true.
You think Dwayne Johnson
every
has
day?
reached the pinnacle?
But these are people that we admire. These are people that we admire generally. And I've not heard any cheating scandal from him and his wife or anything.
You've not heard
And
doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Well, whatever. Even if he does, but
Levine just
even if he
released
does,
that
but
she was pregnant.
a guy who.
Adam Levine.
I saw it, but I didn't really follow through. The thing is this: at that point of a guy's career, that kind of success, you have to choose daily to be monogamous. It has to be a daily decision because you have all the options. When I say all the options, people are crashing on you. Like ladies, you have options.
Do you know how many men I see around? And I make the decision to stay when I know that if I step out, people lying. Come on.
Yes, based on your pretty lady and all that stuff. But as a guy, you have the economic and the security advantage.
Just the way you think women are crashing in front of you, they are struggling. A lot more men are lining up and disgracing themselves.
Actually,
That's a sexual urge. We just want to have this chick and have sex, and that's it. We don't want anything more. But a guy like
shows that your desires Weakness.
Yeah, but there's a word I'm looking for. Fluid, good. Isn't that? Let me just have this and have this fast. But like most guys, that's how we are thinking in relationship. But a woman, women don't really think that way genuinely.
But pressing my point, women are objects.
But women genuinely like want to stick. They just want
men worse because women want to stick. Men want to do anyhow.
But at the same time, when you meet a lady that is worth more than constantly, man, let me. Okay, on the you know, I was talking about marriage to my dad one day. My dad was like, "Is this marriage as a project?" Oh, first time I heard that kind of stuff of my life. Is this marriage as a project that you have to keep working on? Like,
it's a big deal. I mean, of course, any man or woman, anybody can see marriage as something that is a huge deal they cannot handle. Maybe a man
that they cannot handle.
They cannot handle. For example, a man, like you said, men have the girl. They follow their desires a lot, and so they tend to only see with that. So now a man may look at this and may not want to commit just yet. So he wants to keep going around like that. So the woman also doesn't want to have to be chained to a marriage when she can be looking at and hanging out with all the fine people she's seen around.
Well, biologically, it's a disadvantage. No, why.
If you had read biology, man, I said okay.
I don't know. It's a disadvantage. Look at it this way. You want to have children. First of all, if you do have children for this guy, wait now. Okay, that's second. Let's leave that part first. But if you do have children for this guy and you're dating this man is a high chance that this man is going to kill those kids. You're putting yourself at like.
So the survival of my kids depends on who I marry. I can't find
survival of your kids depends on who you marry. Yes.
I can't take care of my kids.
I don't mean you can't take care of them by yourself, but for that jealousy not to exist.
Jealousy between who?
But you can also see the same for the men.
Jealousy between.
I mean, women do just for men's kids all the time.
Okay, yes, they do. But then look at the issue. Okay, as a guy, let's say you say a single mother. How many of them do you think will get to successful marriages?
A single model.
Single mothers.
Single mothers. So because single mothers, they can't their prospects of getting married are less.
Yes. Okay. No guy
I think a man
wants
will be
to.
jealous of the fact that another man has a kid.
I'm raising someone else's child. So that's why it's a disadvantage for a woman.
So women are not raising someone else's child when they marry single fathers.
They are, but as a guy, as a man, it's not that way in a man's brain. It's not that way.
People are just so close-minded. Is that what you're saying?
It's not that.
You're unaware of
very selfish.
It's selfish, yes, but that's just how it is. In the animal kingdom, a lion will literally kill the cubs of some other guy, so he can take that.
But in the animal kingdom, do you know that women go hunting? It's the women that go hunting.
The man will sit down.
Yeah.
What does that mean? More sit down?
Yes.
Man,
they sit and they roar. Yes, they roar. And then the women go out and hunt.
And what does the man do?
You sit down there.
Secures the territory from invaders, from people that come and take my babe.
The babe that you have sent out to go and hunt.
No. Actually, in the anime, it happens vice versa, but more like they hunt the packs.
There's no vice versa. The women that go hunt in the Lion Kingdom.
They go alone.
Yes, they go alone or they go in their group of
Usually
people.
And the audacity of the lion self is to you balance, you sit, you balance, and if you have to go and get the meat
and then you eat first.
You eat first, you eat the most. When he's done, you give them.
Well, the thing is, you guys are trying to fight nature.
Okay, so if this is nature, then why don't you sit at home and your wife will go and breadwin?
Because the economy we have painted, not painted, the economy that we have actually created for ourselves is a masculine dominated one, unfortunately.
No, it looks like it's fortunate for you.
Unfortunately, well, like I said earlier, women choose the best. Anyhow you guys want to, but then women always pick the best.
I think women settle for what they can get.
Settle?
Men get what they want and the women settle.
Yeah, for the
women don't really settle. Because when you're young, at 18, 19, 20, you have lots of options. And the guys at the top are looking at you.
Okay.
So and then if you actually up in the hierarchy, whatever that means, you have a chance to get those ones. Well, the people that settle are the ones that their prospects are low. Like educational wise, not so there. Career wise, not so there. So you just settle for the one you have.
The less educated women. They don't
So
like.
they can manipulate.
Yes.
But yeah.
It's a two-way thing. A fully educated man from a high socioeconomic class will not do that.
Yeah.
Because like he can't. No, just really no. Don't just say yeah to accept.
Yeah, don't say yeah to accept.
No, I said don't just say yeah to accept. Counter it because like I understand where you're coming from, but
Man is man, educated or non-educated.
no. As a guy, men are looking for competent women, and women at the same time are looking for competent men.
So could everybody be their best and be the best way?
That's it. Just be the best version of yourself,
Those
whatever
are the
you can
maths.
be. Yeah.
Don't settle. If the man is not what you want, so there are other
Japan.
men. If
Actually,
the woman is not what you want, there are other men. So
Mhm.
what's the bouncing?
Sounds that simple, but okay. When you're in a relationship that you sacrificed 5, 8, 10 years of your life, and then Japan.
The other person leaves.
Life is too short.
It happens. I cannot change the person and say stay. So it's heartbreaking, but then it happens. Somebody can decide if they are not doing it again and they'll leave.
But have you tried all you can do?
No, I mean, of course, especially in
But
marriage.
people these days are just looking for escape.
Especially in marriage, I think
away.
people should try to make things work because not everything I just bounce. But at the end of the day, you
Yeah.
suffer.
Because look at our parent generation. This guy is too thick and thin.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
current this new 5 years, 2 years.
I think there's
They're running.
so I mean there's a thin line between trying to make it work and
suffering.
then just
Yeah.
suffering.
All of them are the same thing. They're all the same thing.
Suffering.
They have,
Yeah, no, they're not-
as a
they're not
human,
the
they get the same thing.
They're
As a human, being, you have to
not,
suffer.
they're not the same thing. There's a level now. There's some kind of there are ups and downs in marriage, of course, generally in every relationship even. So I mean there are some times when you know that you still like this person and the other person still likes and all of that. You try to make it work. People are not happy, but you try to make it work. You do if it doesn't work, then you leave. I mean you try. Even our parents' generation, there are people that still got divorced and everything.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, yes, it's higher now, but then we should also consider the fact that the attitude of our parents is different from the attitude of this generation. The tolerance of this generation is different from the tolerance.
Yeah.
And then the attitude and the audacity and the effrontery of the people of this generation is
on a different level.
On a different level.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So,
Why?
for example, now then let's look at it.
Awareness.
Like we say, it's a patriarchal
Awareness
society and all of that.
or more economic options. Which one?
Everything is a combination
I
of
think
everything.
it's everything. There's no
Awareness
empowerment,
is-
there's
yes.
and then people are willing to just do whatever they want. And then, like I said, low tolerance.
And women
As well.
can make it in society now without
So,
having
look,
a
there are
husband.
two
Do you
sides
understand?
to this thing. There are two sides to this
It's
thing.
still
Now, there's the
beautiful
side
having a
that
husband. In how you guys.
Yes,
do
yes,
this.
No, I don't disagree. I
Uh-huh.
plan to get married, but I'm just saying I can
like
live
there are two
without.
sides to this thing. There's
Sure.
the part where
Yes, I can.
there's more divorce now because women are more independent and then they don't have to stay in marriages because
They
they
don't
depend
want
on
to
the
go
man.
hungry.
There's also the other side where the people of this generation are not tolerant. They can small thing they leave.
They're not
They
ready
can't
to
sit
stick to
and
thick
work.
and thin.
They can't stick and work to it. So work on it. So there are different things. Of course, our parents sometimes when they tell you these things. Yeah, like if it was so you won't stay and all of that, you're already boiling. So you're already boiling. So the tolerance was different, and I think the major thing is look at the larger picture. And at the end of the day, if it's not serving you, it's not serving the partner. Oh, it's at the end of the day, it's your life, and nobody's going to live for you. And whether everybody's going to say what they're going to say, at the end of the day, it's just both of you. So. So it's just.
Is that your shit? Don't say that. You have the same views too.
Yes.
You know that's so similar.
I love her.
That's why you work well together. That's why we're working together.
Well, personally for me, okay, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. What you're saying, I take the fact. But then you have to choose your suffering. What if I go?
Of
course,
Pick it go-
yeah,
like
of course.
is it called the devil? You know.
It's better.
But then enjoy. You don't. How about you go to the next one?
You see shaky next.
and then you keep. Why don't
I
you?
mean, like, yeah, of course, you should fight for what you want. You should fight for what you care about. And if it's your marriage and your friendship or something, if you really care about it, you should try to make it work. If it doesn't work, if you are doing, the person doesn't want. There's only so much you can do.
Takes two to tango. How should we end this video?
How should we end it?
Yeah.
Anytime I like.
No.
Yeah, the host.
Let me leave it to you guys.
Yeah.
This is my first time being so liberal in the podcast. Like I just allowed you guys, just give you guys the
Okay.
show.
So how should we end it?
We've spoken on different things. We started very light. We spoke about
this
school.
conversation got too deep.
Yeah, we spoke on school aspirations,
suddenly
experiences, and then boom, we're into hot topics.
Yeah.
Gender.
So thank you for bringing that out
patriarchy.
of us. Thank you.
Yeah, it was
very lovely.
And it was nice knowing your perspective anyway on things.
Work on yourself.
It's nice, and I just hope that we just and then we all have things that we should work on. I mean, of course, you can't have too much of everything, so there are things that we all have to work on. And to be honest, it was really nice the transition from very light and very not so serious to
How did you even get there?
Life altering.
just serious topics. So
it started with a question you asked.
I think it had to have been a question to respond to your question
about the male ego.
Okay, the election, male ego, and then you went. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's.
Thanks. Well, it was nice to podcast with you guys.
It was nice.
It's so fair.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Please like, share, comment, subscribe.